way to truncate you so that you will not be the victim. That is how it works. So I keep praying that this movement will continue to grow and grow. It's not finished, Nigerians, because after this election, I know most of us will relax again. No, because leftists here condemn me. We started this movement 3 years ago. Am I lying? 3 years ago. But today, this is the dividends we are talking about, because a gradual movement, a long road begins with a gradual steps, just like Johnny Walker said. Please, let us continue to do all the work, because these people are not going to leave power because they know you are behind Obi and Obi is going forward, and they are kind of surprised because they know if he changes status quo, some of them will go to jail. May the Lord also guide us as we continue this journey. Thank you very much.
Yes, Machiavelli, that's a beautiful one. Before I call on the 115, beautiful name, for rescue, I would want to quickly say thank you to Chidi Ube for that wonderful super chat. I deliberately left it there so that other people can see what the super chat community are doing to support this broadcast. Please always help us, like this broadcast, share the broadcast, if possible, super chat us, because we really need it as a way of saying you are doing well. Thank you very much. So I will be going straight to 115. 115, please rescue me.
Yeah, I'm your rescue, lefties.
I already know that nice. Nobody else go tell me I know. I'll let you if you do that kind of thing.
I deal with you. Greetings to all the panelists, all the people at the comment section, the viewers, wherever you are. Good evening. I greet you all. Yeah, my brother, Master Machiavelli, it's been a while. Nice to have you again, bro. I just want, what is the question?
Thank you so much, my brother.
The question is, why is APC, PDP are all against Peter Obi?
Okay, thank you for that question. There will definitely be against Peter Obi, because first of all, the movement have already swallowed Kwankwaso. Kwankwaso is nowhere to be found. The movement swallowed him. He thought when he left the movement, he thought that this movement is going to collapse. But today, Kwankwaso is nowhere to be found. They have to be worried about that. Aero5 promised us that 1 million march, they are not going to get up to 500 people in Kaduna. At the end of the day, when he now sees the 1 million march gathering, he has to go and send a police to disrupt the movement, because they are afraid of the movement. They have a lot of reason to be afraid. They have a lot of reason to hate Peter Obi, because this movement have become their nightmare. You understand? They have a lot of reason to be worried, because they have never seen that Nigerian. They have never thought that Nigeria would be waked up. This is, guys, they have never seen this kind of youth on the street once in their life. It took them by surprise. They will be worried. That is sure. You understand? So they have a lot of reason to be worried. You know, the only thing I'm just pleading with this our government, they should not tamper with the result of this election, because the repercussion that is going to, what is going to come upon them, I don't know. it's going to turn to, I just pray I don't want civil war to happen in Nigeria, because what is coming, that's why in the first place I call it, this movement, End SARS Part 3. That's what I call it. You know, all those people that they killed in the toll gate, that today they did not give justice, their spirit is in this movement. All the people that what is his name, SARS have brutalized, their spirit is in this movement. A lot of people that could not get justice for decades, that have been receiving injustice in Nigeria, their spirit is in this movement. So this one is beyond our government and OB. So the only thing that I will beg INEC, for INEC not to cause civil war in Nigeria, when that election comes, if Peter Obi is the winner, it should give the result to Peter Obi. Because if they try to tamper with the result, what is coming after them? I don't think that even our leaders, they will run away from Nigeria. They will know where to be found. Because the youth that is here today, these people are tired and they are ready to take Nigeria back with everything. They are ready to take Nigeria back. So I just plead with our government, when that day comes, okay, they have a lot of reason to be worried. Just look at the poll. Peter Obi, the statistic, Peter Obi was the first. You understand? He won the poll. They have a lot of reason to be worried. They have a lot of reason to hate Peter Obi. You understand? So I don't, even if I don't see any reason we're supposed to even ask this kind of question, because this kind of question is very clear to everybody that they have a lot of reason to be worried. You understand? Because what they are saying, they have not seen such thing before in Nigeria. This is a Nigeria where you will try to convince a Nigerian, will tell you that I don't have time for election. I don't have time for politics. Nigerian youth, they don't have time for politics. They don't have time for election. But for Nigerians to come to this extent that they were rushing to go and get their PVC, that's to tell you that these people, they have seen it all and they are tired of the system. You understand? So they don't want to see Nigeria in this state anymore. They want to do everything. They want to channel all their energy to transform Nigeria. You understand? So if INEC want to frustrate this energy that the youth have put into this transforming Nigeria, if INEC want to tamper with it, I sorry for our leaders, because it's not going to be easy for them. It's not going to be easy. How many people are you going to control when you are seeing million march on the street? This kind of people come that they are not. Imagine those kind of people. They are angry with government. How are you going to solve that problem? Only the few people that came out in SARS, they could not control it. Just imagine nationwide, this kind of people come out and vet their anger towards the government. How are we going to solve this problem? So I just use this opportunity to call on our INEC. They should put your house in order. They should just give people the result the way they want it. Because if they try to tamper with the result that is coming, it's not going to be easy for them. And I know that Peter Obi has already won. He's already the president of Nigeria. So if they say me, they tell me otherwise, it's not going to be easy. Not going to be easy at all. Because this one, even black man, if you see and say Peter Obi don't win. You understand? Just look at the poll. See the distance waited does APC and PDP. Even Abatoba said that is a PDP man. I've already said it before. He said this one is not going to be as usual. This one is going to be difficult for APC and PDP to win this election, because the distance that Labour Party is going to give to APC and PDP is going to be distant. You cannot, maybe Peter Obi cannot use, let me say, 1 million votes to defeat APC and PDP. Then INEC will want try to tamper with that kind of this thing result. No, it's not good. Now the thing where I just worried with that because that one will just cause heavy war for Nigeria. I'm telling you. You understand? Because I don't see any reason. I don't see how they'll fit to change this result. How they'll fit to do anything about this one. This one that is about to happen. You understand? This one is a revolution, like what is happening in the Middle East. Tsunami, you know. So that is where I will leave it for now. They have a lot of reason to be worried, my brother, because this one is beyond everybody. You understand? Even every blind man can see it crystal clear that Peter Obi is the next president of Nigeria. And I pray for peace, and I pray for unity, and I pray for INEC. I pray for God to give them wisdom for them not to cause problem for Nigeria. Okay,
All right.
Mr. Leftis, that is where I will leave it. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Brother Nice, for your 115 rescue. Thank you very much. Yes, it's really going to be very difficult for INEC, the way it is today, for INEC to say they want to tamper with the result, because a lot of people are involved. It's not like the way it used to be. It's not a business as usual, where a lot of people don't care. But this time, the people are saying this is what we want. And they are all involved. And it's so clear and glaring. And they are already showing capacity by doing what? Street marching in all states, stages, to show that the election has been done. We are just only waiting for the result. So, situation like this, they know themselves, unless they want to cause trouble, they want to cause really, really big trouble in that country. That's where they will say they have one reason to want to say they are rigging. Rigging, not be every case in the work. But this kind of case, it not go work. So I just go straight to Chibuzo. Chibuzo, please talk to us.
Yeah, how are you?
Thank you, bro.
How's everybody? Yeah. Anyway, it's quite a very difficult one. You know, Nigeria has become a place of politics have to convert into a war zone. You see, these people have lost their touch. And because they have lost their touch, look at the structure they have. And the same structure is the same structure these people are firing tear gas at. The same structure is the same structure. Who's gonna vote for them? These are the same people who will even change their mind. And this is what these guys are crying for. Change. We don't want this kind of brutality. And you are proving it to them as a leader. And you are fighting the same structure. You have made them to rotten and resurface again to become a new born people. They want to change. They don't want all those old ones anymore. And you are just showing them that leadership they don't want, beating at them. Is that anytime we have politics in Nigeria, we want to create a war? The leaders want to create war. This is just a peaceful protest these people are doing. And they were just, what you're supposed to do is to support them, give them protection, so that there will be no trouble, as far as they are not causing any harm. But what they do is to bring trouble, causing unrest, engineering unrest inside the country, wasting government resources just for peaceful protest, well, the peaceful march, I mean. And these are the people you want them to remain in power. Oppressions, we don't need them. And this structure they're talking about have changed and turned their back on them. Look at what is happening. Then what tell me the kind of structure they have anymore? This is like David and Goliath. Even David never even built catapult. Goliath done the shake. If you build a catapult, what thing will happen? All of them go wrong. You know? So the kind of structure they are trying to prove to the people are not the one the people want. People are tired of this kind of brutality, misleading, unaccountability, nothing to show as a leader. Anywhere you go, they want to use force for everything. And this is what the people don't want. And you're showing it to them. And you want them to vote for you. Is how impossible is that? Or how possible is that? It's not going to happen because these are the youth. These are the people. These are the people you are talking about. And they have turned back on you. So I will advise them, in short, to support the movement peacefully and see if they can have inclusive government actually into the system. Because this is a clean new system that is coming in. They have to be very careful. And that is why you see lack of knowledge is giving them problems. They can't handle situations. This is a situation they can't handle it. And they're afraid. And they want to remain in power. And they want to kill as much as they can to remain in power. This is what people don't want. And they have proved it. So they're not going to get anything. Nigeria have changed their mind. The youth, even everybody, they have changed their mind. So what is happening in Nigeria today is something nobody have ever seen. Even the whole world is talking about it. You know. So the current leadership have to be very careful. Then when it comes to the rigging, well, since we said that this is a transparent election, why is it so difficult for us to say, okay, every polling unit, every supporter on his own line of support, everything will be transparent. The number of people, those who want to vote for P2B, this line. Those who want to go to Atuku, this line. We will track it with the manual and digits. Then, and see if it can correspond. They will not rig it if we do it like that. And the result will be announced immediately in the polling unit before submitting to INEC. So, if not, this electronic voting, it can be manipulated. But how are we going to protect it? The only way to protect it is manual counting and electronic counting so that we can get it correct. So those people who are hacking, if they're hacking 100, we are manually counting 50. So whatever they want to do, we are there because we are seeing what is happening inside that polling unit. So if you want to do it transparently, what we do, line by line, Atuku, this line will be this line, Jagaban, that side. So everybody will know who that the result is going. You know who is winning. No story. So if we don't want it to be rigged, that's the only way we can handle it, both manual counting and electronic. So everybody will see who is winning in the pool there. So, but if you are doing this hide and seek game and trying to find transparency, we are not gonna get it. It can be manipulated. So if we can get it manual and digital, if they correspond, we know what we are doing. Everybody, observers are there, watching, counting, simple. So that's the only way we can eradicate all this rigging, because this rigging is too much. So if they're hacking that side, we know what is happening on the ground. Everybody is watching. That's my take for now. And another thing, another thing I'm not finding out in this channel, or maybe even in other channels, I'm not seeing the northern youth. It's like this thing that Atuku tell them. It's like they're enjoying it. Not being in social media. That is another dangerous part of our awareness. We are not getting down there and giving them this very message, using this opportunity, giving them this message. Because social media is very important. Very, very important. So we need them. We need them in even this very platform so that we can interact with them and see what is happening. So what we are hearing here most of the time is most of them are coming from the south side, south. I never hear any or more of the northerners speaking, whether good or bad, anyhow, or to let us hear their voices, because they are inclusive in this thing that we're doing. So we need their attention so that we can mobilize and grind this face of this people, because they need to be grind, take them unaware. And this movement, this very movement that you are seeing everybody is doing, whoa, we support who or who. Where we are going to prove it is in the ballot box. I don't even want people to even challenge the police when they come with their brutality. Whatever they do, go to the ballot box and make the difference and make sure that that brutality, that government you don't want, you vote him out. That's the only way you can defeat them. But if you are trying to fight them physically, they can win you because they are in power. But when you go to that ballot box and make a difference, believe me, you will see the result and you will see what's going to happen in Nigeria. Thank you. That's my take.
Yes, thank you very much. You made mention of not hearing voices from the north. You can see the match happening. The match happening in the north. It's not the Southerners that is going there to do the match. They are the Northerners. People living in the north.
What I'm trying to say is more of them, having conversation with us in this very platform. Let us hear their view from the other.
Some came before. Some came before. Okay. Some Northern brothers have been here. They spoke. Some came before. And some are, they are not really this social media. They don't really do a lot of presentation. But
you see, this is what I'm trying to tell you now about that thing.
They don't do a lot of presentation, but they are very aware. The few
but they are not active. But they are not active. That is what I'm trying to say.
They are. Don't say they are not. They are tired of the bad government. They are very tired.
I don't know, but what I'm trying to say is the campaign, the way the Southerners are pushing this government, the youth around Nigeria, but the northern side are not much active the way the Southerners are. This is what I'm trying to say, because what is affecting the South is affecting the North the worst. You know what I'm saying? So
yes,
what is affecting the North?
The North are doing their best. Most of the youth, if you are always on social media, you'd have seen some of the Northern youth forming coalition to say they don't want bad government anymore. You can see some burning their bro. You can see some say they are against Buhari. You can see some. They are doing their best. But the fact that they are not very good in coming on having a platform like this does not mean that they are not informed. No, they don't have platform like this. It's only some of them, the educated one, like Dr. Aruna has a platform. Go and follow Dr. Aruna. You see what he says. That is an educated man. He's using his platform for Peter Obi. The educated ones that can talk are already doing their best. They need to win the count. But I want to tell you that they too are tired because they are the worst hit in everything, poverty, out of school, everything.
Yeah,
Insurgency. So they are
yeah,
worst hit. They know what
yeah.
they want. They are tired. So it's not by just talking, it's by acting. We are doing our best by talking. So we
Mhm.
don't expect them to also form a platform like this and be talking like us. No,
Yeah,
we are already doing it.
yeah. This
Let them, the
right.
action will speak more. Thank you very much. Anyway, Gomez, Alexander Gomez came and he showed us his face. I will lose him. I would have loved him to please come back. We still have space to talk to us. And the Midwest people came, and I don't know, we also lost him. But anyway, it's okay. Let's go straight to Mr. Andrew. Mr. Andrew, good evening, sir. Talk to us. Mr. Andrew. Oh, okay.
Hello, hello.
Okay. Good evening. Go
Can you
ahead.
hear me now?
We can hear you.
Yeah, can you bring me up to speed, please, on this topic, please? What is? I mean, I just jump in.
This is the topic. It will be our choice. Why is APC and PDP worried over Labour Party? That is, why are they against Peter Obi?
Uh, now,
Now we read
why are
two
they why are
articles.
they against him? Do you think they're against him or they're against the people? I mean, let me flip the question around, because they are not against him per se. Yes, what he represents transparency and accountability and equity. What they don't represent. And remember, evil will always fight against good, but the good will always prevail at the end of the day. I'll take it from a different perspective, that which I'm already started, that they are not against him, they're against the citizens, or those who want the good of the nation. And yes, he is the one on the top head there, trying to get this thing going. And it's they're against us. But and the shocking, I know everybody have their preference of who they want to support or who they are supporting. But I think I've said this before, and I'm going to repeat it again for the record, that in the context of Nigeria and the presidential candidates that are no stranger to us, it baffles me why people will choose to vote for, who prefer uh, Mr. Tinubu or Atiku, because these people have nothing. They didn't leave any legacy behind. So it baffles me why some Nigerians, I beg your pardon, we want to go that way. I respect their freedom of choice, but I don't know if that freedom of choice is really a freedom of choice, because if you are in a bad situation, and you know that certain people or this person put you in that bad situation. Now, I'm not saying they are solely responsible for putting this nation into the situation. There are president leaders in the past also have contributed in it, but in the present context and everything we are reading and hearing about these people, and none of them have come out to deny or to even clarify or to defend their integrity and transparency. It kind of baffles me why some Nigeria. I'm not worried. I'm not losing a nice sleep whether APC or PDP is worried over Labour. I'm worried about the citizens, to be honest, because at the end of the day, it's all in our hands how this thing plays out, particularly those who have the right to go and vote, who have registered and have their PVC, and feeling the pinch and the pain of the situation in Nigeria. That is the people I'm worried about, that they will go out or come out en masse to vote and vote for the right candidate, so that we'll be able to turn the nation around. Anything outside that, it's gonna be catastrophe, because we know how bad things are, how costly things are, where no security, no electricity, no nothing and everything. I mean, the roads in the Western world are not made of gold. They are made of the same material they use in doing roads all over the world, but they maintain it. But I don't know. To be honest, I think we should focus more on the people, not on the people, and challenge Nigerians in terms of this coming election. That is my own point of view. I mean, I'm not saying the topic is not relevant, but how we can challenge the people to say, listen, you need to go vote. You need to vote for this person. Let's just to turn the country around and make the country work. We know what the exchange rate is right now. We know how much is egg in Nigeria. We know how much is even petrol. We know how much is house rent. That is if we get the house to rent, and every year care is not taken. The landlord increases his house rent. The house he built in 1960, he keep increasing the house rent. No control, no regulation, and all these things stem from leadership. If we don't have a good leader there, then nothing is going to happen. So I think we should focus on the people, not the party. Yes, I know the people made the party, but if we focus on the citizens and appeal to them, challenge them, and then we will be able to we'll be able to turn things around. I don't know. I'm kind of I don't know what to say about the topic, to be honest. I have to be honest with you. I'm struggling with it, to be honest with you. I'm struggling with it. I'm struggling with it. I'm just going back and forth, trying to gather things to say, but honestly, it's not. There are other pressing issues that to be discussed. To be honest, there are other pressing issues to be discussed, and to really that will generate debate and probe the mind further and expose certain things. Not why APC or PDP were worried over Labour Party. Nah, listen, Labour Party has come to stay. Labour Party has come to stay. I don't know, to be honest. I yield the floor back, to be honest. I'm struggling with this topic. I have to be
Yes,
honest with you.
from the way you started, I know you were not flowing. It shows because you were saying the same thing. We should talk to the people. It's not really against Peter Obi. Yes, it is clear that APC and PDP are not happy. You saw it. It happens in Lagos. APC are in charge of Lagos for now, when they are discussing how they will not allow Peter Obi billboard be placed anywhere in Lagos. I think it calls for discussion. And now, recently, just Saturday here, the Ebonyi State Police Command, dispatched the obedience movement who were trying to gather at a point, the stadium. They dispatched them with tear gas. That's another APC state. The government is claiming no knowledge of it. They is not aware. Why the police is saying yes? The government, they are following the order of the government. That before now they were asked to pay certain amount. Two amount of money. One for using the stadium to as a point, gathering point, they have to pay. And they have to pay another amount of money again in case of as collateral in case any property is damaged. Can you imagine for their own property? That's why they came. They didn't pay the money. That's why they didn't allow them to gather there. So the people went elsewhere and gather elsewhere before they started their movement. So I think it's a cause to discuss because the people of Nigeria, majorly the youth, and some others, are queuing behind Peter Obi and the Obi movement. And now, certain groups, certain cabal on top of APC PDP, certain cabal, they are doing everything to frustrate these people. Lots were injured. That's an assault by the police for committing no crime. That's a citizen. I think it's a personal issue because
Okay.
I'm asking you
May
when you
I
said
may
yes.
I interject there? Thanks for this. You see, what you just brought up, I mean, like when I started, I said, bring me up to date. And you said you just throw the topic there. You didn't bring this issue of the police having to go and harass people who are gathering. That is a matter of the rule of law. Now we know there's no respect for the rule of law in Nigeria, and if we look at the incident that you just highlighted, and if I'm going to weighing into that incident, it should further encourage the people that says, okay, if this is the case, it should embolden the people or other Nigerians who are seeing this thing as a sign that, oh, okay, that means there is something good coming. Now, I don't know, we don't know what it takes to ask for, to use a stadium to gather. I don't know the rules and regulation, but I know according to the law, the constitution, the citizens have a right to gather together, to form an association, gather together, and express themselves. And if the police, who are meant to maintain law and order, are the one now creating the problem, now because we don't have that system in place that to do this check and balance, and the only thing the citizens can do is to look at this situation or scenario to further encourage them to say, listen, they know that something good is coming, and they want to stop this. You see, my fear is, and I'm going to say it again, I don't want the country, Nigeria, to go the path of civil war. I don't want that, because such things, if the people react or decide to react to such barbarism and the police or the government, it's going to lead to civil war, because the people are going to respond back the best way they know how to respond. But we are not going to go, we must not take that path of violence, but rather we need to answer them in the polls in the coming election. That is the best way the citizen can defeat this individual, this corrupt government. I think I also read or I heard that they're planning to go to the INEC office in Abuja. I don't know if that information is accurate. Is that accurate? I'm asking moderator.
No, I don't have that.
Okay, I think I saw it on YouTube that the OB movement are trying to go to the INEC or whatever. If it's confirmed, I would say here right now that is a bad idea, because if you go to INEC and vandalize INEC, and that is the case, you're setting the country 360-degree backwards. If any plan is in place, I think they should just kill that plan immediately, because you will
Mr.
go
Andrew,
ahead, sir.
if OP movement even have that idea to say they want to go to either office, Do they say they want to go and vandalize? I don't have you say vandalize.
You see, this thing may go out, may go out of control. This thing may go out of control, and we have to be very careful.
Sir,
We have to be.
if I must
But
promise,
you see, but if I may come in, they have the right to go to INEC office to protest, peacefully protest, and let INEC know that, listen, there should not be any rigging or any malpractice or any kind of funny game on this election. The Nigerians have the right to demand that from their leader.
I agree with you, sir, that a peaceful
I don't think there's
protest.
any issue of violence
No,
right now.
sir, I
So the
agree
issue of
with you with a
violence
peaceful
should be solved.
protest. I agree to a peaceful protest, but we've seen in the past where peaceful protest was hijacked and it now turned into violence. Now I am concerned. I am concerned.
Mr. Andrew, I want to quickly, this is a mystery media, and we are really trying to talk to a lot of people. So far, since Obi movement started, all the matches they've done in almost all the states they've carried out their Obi movement match, we've not had anything like vandalization or demonstration by violence.
I agree with you, Lefty. Listen, 1 second. 1 second. Give me 1 second.
Sorry, I just want to quickly clear that
Okay, go ahead.
statement that it's like you already sell it to, you're only giving, how will I put it now? You're already telling the opposition if Obi movement is going to do that, selling that idea to them. That is what I think. Because so
No,
far,
it is what I read. That was why.
no.
That was why I asked you. Listen, it's a rumor, sir.
Whether it's a rumor
Sir.
or not, they have the
Sir.
right to go there.
I am not disputing. I am not disputing. I just stated that I am not disputing the right for them to go to there. But INEC is a sensitive place. Please, just get what I'm trying to say. INEC office is a sensitive. I don't want people to give them an opportunity, occasion. The Obi movement are not violent people. We are not violent. My fear is INEC office, okay, as INEC, remember they will look for every excuse in the book to do anything or to paint the Labour and an obedient movement as evil people, as unlawful people. That is I have the right to express my fear. It doesn't mean that it should not go ahead. I'm just looking at the sensitivity of that particular place. Peaceful, but there are some miscreants that they would definitely inject into that mist. It will just start. Look at, you just said the police went to disperse people. Went to people that were protesting peacefully. People who are who are there to the Obi movement peacefully, and the police is the one that creates chaos there. Now, can you rule that one out, that the police will not create chaos there and now turn it around? Just listen to my argument.
No,
all right.
They cannot, sir. Try to reduce. When I'm talking, I'm hearing myself from your end. So I am talking now, so I have to mute your mic so that the holdback will not be too much, because I'm getting feedback. I had it, and I'm getting feedback from the comment section about it, and that's a holdback from you. So you have to reduce where you are listening, hearing us from.
Is it better now?
Well, I'm not getting the holdback. I'm not getting the holdback.
Okay, all right. Okay. I'm just expressing my view, my opinion. So I'm not saying I'm not against peaceful protests.
I am not against your opinion. What I'm against is, for now, we shouldn't sow such into Obi movement at all. That shouldn't come in. Obi movement, we are responsible. They've done matches everywhere. And then often cannot be that sensitive enough that Obi people cannot go there and demand to give them warning or talk to them. They are not going there for violence. And Obi movement, they know themselves. They are not aligned arrogant. It's not like the EndSARS, where the federal government were able to infiltrate hoodlums and using the police, the DSS. Even they know what they were doing. So the police answer up and allow this because they already know the plan. This is a much be responsible. So bringing anything negativity or thinking no, they shouldn't do that is sensitive. Sensitive for what? It's not sensitive nowhere. People can go there, gather and talk to them peacefully and make their demands and leave. So saying no, you don't disagree is sensitive. Sensitive for what? They are the owner. They are the one sensitive. They own that office. As far as they are not going there to do destruction, they only said we'll go there and talk to them, which they've been doing. So if we are saying this, that we are already telling them now that they can also go and infiltrate and do that destruction in our day. So we shouldn't come up with anything like this.
Mr. Lefty, Mr. Alice, I have to disagree with you on that. I'm not sowing any seed. You just highlighted what happened during the EndSARS. Okay? So I'm not saying people should not protest. I'm just expressing my fears, which I would not want to give anybody any if I tell somebody, listen, if you come and ask me for advice or whatever it is, and I'll give you my honest advice that listen, well, I understand whatever it is, but for example, look at the way the people who went to during the election, the election in the United States, and they went and they attacked those in the lawmakers and everything. That is how. So I'm not comparing them. They are two different people entirely.
That was a coup. That was a coup.
That are two different things entirely. But
different.
I just don't want to give any opportunity or any room to anything to destroy the movement. That's just my point. Right. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much.
Let me just.
Can I say something?
Hold on, everybody, hold on. I'm going to. Mr. Andrew was the last person I just spoke. We are not too many here today, so I'm going to go back to Mr. Judy. After that, Mr. Machiavelli, to get to you now. Mr. Judy, please use 5 minutes to talk to us.
Okay. Yeah. Regarding this, I want to say that Obi movement should not entertain any fear of anything. We have all known, no matter what the government of the day and what APC and PDP will do to to tarnish the movement. Everybody already know that the government of Nigeria has been an agent of destruction, an agent of catastrophe in Nigeria. They've been an agent of chaos. Unfortunately, even when they are supposed to be to maintain law and order, but they have worked the opposite. So we all know this, and we shouldn't, because of fear of the government infiltrating like they did in EndSARS, we won't do what we want to do. No, they should continue to do what they are doing. When they infiltrate, when they start their destruction, their mayhem, when they start their brutality, everybody knows. The world is seeing them. Okay, the world have known that Nigeria government is a terrorist government. So let us not, because of that, cower out or begin to entertain any fear. Because this time it's like somebody fighting for his or her life. It's like a drowning person. You know how a drowning person fights for his life, his or her life. Okay, Nigeria is drowning, and we are all fighting for our lives. And anybody that is fighting for our life, for his or her life, anything you can hold, you can grab. You have to do that in order to remain alive. That does not mean one is propagating violence. No, because Nigerian government is an agent of violence. That is established in Nigeria and even all over the world. They know. Now, APC and PDP, they have already seen, like I mentioned earlier, they have already seen that this movement is beyond what they can quench. Okay, so they have been having sleepless nights and having clandestine meetings, starting to devise so many different means of infiltrate, not only infiltrating, but to quell the movement. The other time, a document leaked in one of their meetings about how they tried, about their plans to do this, okay, by, profiling or gaslighting some of the leaders in this movement, getting them arrested, linking them to IPOB, and linking them to, even linking Obi to IPOB and unknown gunmen and so on and so forth. Now, why are they doing this? Why would they do this? Is over. And so they're not going to give up easily, because they're not giving up and allowing this movement to succeed. And this new Nigeria in quote that we are all expecting, that when it comes, not only that it will render them irrelevant in the scheme of things in Nigeria, in the new Nigeria, but again, they are afraid that their sin and their evil over the years will come back to haunt them. What do I mean by that? They are afraid that they might probe them, and all those billions and billions of Nigerian money they have been stealing, both them and their families have been stealing, even their families that are abroad, enjoying the booties, the money that their parents have been stealing. They know that the time will come that they're going to be required to give account, a day of reckoning. They know that it's going to come. And so that is why they are fighting tooth and nail to see that they disparage Obi and they disparage the movement. They try to throw all kind of, kitchen sink, on them, and, try to blackmail and paint them black and whatever it is. But it's not going to stand. The more they do this, in fact, as a matter of fact, like what happened in Ebonyi, I just wish those kind of things will continue to happen, because it's rather fueling the movement. It's rather making more people it's rather making more people who are otherwise sitting on the fence to begin to see them in the true picture of who they are, that they never meant any good for this country, that they are all just about impunity, about unleashing terror in the people that they are supposed to protect. Then that will continue to, the more they do that, the more people will continue to become obedient. So they are rather shooting themselves on the foot, like what Tinubu, they were trying to do in Lagos to stop Obi movement. And I want to tell Tinubu and his supporters, Obi is going to mess up Tinubu in Lagos. He's going to defeat Tinubu so much so that Tinubu will weep, and his supporters, they should go and mark it down. So no matter what they are going to do, Obi's movement is going to win Lagos. See that Lagos that Tinubu think Jagabandik alias Tinubu Omole think that Lagos is his own. Obi is going to come there. Obi is going to defeat him mercilessly. They should go and write it down, because when the election starts in earnest, they will see what the movement is about. All this one they've been doing is just marching, it's just kind of creating awareness. The real thing is coming, and when it comes, they will be run out of the town. They'll be run out. Their game is over. Their time is just over. They should better.
Your 5 minutes is over. You are using 6 minutes now, so quickly round up.
I thank you for listening, everybody, and I want us to remain resolute and continue to march on. Let us not be afraid. Let us not be deterred. Let us not be thinking of what they are going to say. What they are going to say, whether they have violence or not. Everybody have seen for the past 1 month or so, there have been peaceful movement, peaceful march all over the country, and there have never been any incidents that Obi movement has caused any violence. So if any violence starts, Nigerians know that it is caused by APC and PDP government. That is it.
Yes, thank you very much. Obi movement all over the country, they've been so peaceful. This is the people coming together, and they know themselves. It's not like we want to, like the anti-SAP, anti-SARS. No, this one is very responsible people. They have a leader, they have a unit, they know themselves. So talking about violence, it's not going to happen because the course which they are driving is a natural course. So they wouldn't want to do anything that would jeopardize their future. They already know the risk involved. So talking about violence in this is this is what the government will say. That's why I was like saying no, we shouldn't mention it because this is the kind of propaganda government will use to put fear into the people, not to do anything. I think I've done some courses on security issues. Propaganda is one of the tools. They'll put fear. This is don't go to that place. It's a lie. They have the right to go anywhere. They'll be peaceful. They'll be so peaceful, and they are going to talk to Nigerians, talk to any institution peacefully on a demand and give them demands. I think they have the right to go anywhere. Thank you very much. As we speak, about 7 million Nigeria have sued INEC over what? Not allowing them to complete their voters registration. There are news just coming in, but we're not going to be dwelling on those. I'm just stripping those one in for us to know what's happening right now. About 7 million Nigeria sue INEC for not allowing them to finish their registration. And there's this news that said the first PRO to Nigeria, you have no right to respond if a policeman in uniform slaps you. I think that PRO, by the rights of police, no policeman has the right to raise his hand on any citizen of Nigeria. So for this first man, this PRO to say this, I think he ought to have, Nigeria should react. He ought to have left that office. It's intimidating Nigerians. It's giving the police right to slap and abuse Nigerians, which they are meant to protect. In the Western world, no policeman raises his hand up on any citizen. No policeman. They don't do it. They respect you. They talk to you with great respect. Even when you insult them directly, they don't respond. They look at you. They don't even answer when you are insulting them. They look at you. They have a mission and they accomplish that mission directly. So why is Nigeria police different? They intimidate, they slap, they beat. Now you are coming to say if a policeman slap you, what right police has to slap? They will slap him back. Whether on uniform or not. If you slap me, I'll slap you back. You have to respect me. You can tell me anything you want to tell me. You can invite me if you want to invite me. But you cannot be insulting me and I'll keep you quiet. I insult you back because you have no right to insult me. And assault because your uniform does not give you right to insult me or slap me. Your code of conduct, I will refer you to this PRO is crazy. I'm sorry, I'm getting upset because this news now, I think I'm going to take this up as a topic. That you have no right to respond if a policeman in uniform slaps you. Oga banker, let them slap me. I will give them 2. It's my right. Man to man. Is it a crime? You can talk to me, not slap me. Why would you slap me? Why? You have no right. Well, I'm just these are some of the news that is coming. 4-story building collapse in Uyo. Many reported trapped. Another collapse. Peter Obi's supporters hold solidarity rally across Nigeria. Al-Mustafa weep over insecurity in Nigeria. We all know who Al-Mustafa is, the Abacha boy. He weeps over the insecurity in Nigeria. So a lot of strike, don't occupy airports, media group, beg Nant. Man stab wife's lesbian partner, buried Indonesia. Anyway, these are not what we want to be hearing now. These are some of the news that just came in. And it's unfortunate that I reacted to that police broadcast, that police PRO warning Nigerians not to. It should have warned the police not to lay their hand on any Nigerians. They might get a mob action from Nigerians. Why would you do that? Mr. Machiavelli, please talk to us.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Leftist, for giving me the opportunity. Let me just quickly address that one of the police officers, the PRO that just made such comment. It's a pity that Nigerians, right now, we are gradually learning what our rights is, and the way the country was designed is to not let you understand your right and they, infringe on your right, and they still make you go to jail. So by law, there is no way any police officer will lay their hands on you as a citizen. That is a violation. And it's even on their ethics and conducts. They know those things. And as Nigeria was designed under a federal republic, these things are there, even in the constitution. It's just that our country is a place where you cannot, when you sue them, they are the people that is going to be there. So that is why we need a change to actually bring a proper system to place so that our people can enjoy it. Because right now what we're seeing is a kind of a higgy-haga situation whereby the accused become the person going to jail. So it's very confusing. But the police themselves knows that they are violating the right of citizen because their function remains maintaining law and order. They are not there to go and interpret the law. It is not their functions. So they are there to maintain the law. If you break the law, they will tell you you have break the law and they pass you to the judiciary. That is just their job. So for every citizen, they are supposed to know this. Like what Mr. Andrew was saying about, I would support him on one condition. The reason is we know what our country is, how they can change things from white to red. So all we are urging, and that is why whenever I come here, I always preach the word of let us use a peaceful way so that you have evidence to produce in the court of law. In the case of the NSAS, how they infiltrate this whole thing allegedly, but Nigerians are now much more enlightened on how they can easily infiltrate them. But we are still going to always preach caution for whoever is going to protest. Your protest, your instrument of protest is your placard. Please do not carry anything. And when you are protesting, always hold your camera for proper analysis of what goes on. Whereby when you take into the court of law, you have evidence to give to the court of law. This is what we were doing. An example of what you see yesterday in Plateau State, when the people were actually, protesting, you can see them carrying placard. They were not holding anything like arms. That is a clear indication of how they respect the laws of the land. Because when you are making a peaceful protest, you are protesting for your right. You are giving the right to protest. As far as you're not doing anything contrary to what you are supposed to do, so that's fine. If they want to go to INEC, that is fine. But we must urge them with caution to be careful of what they do there. Please don't engage in violence. Let us go there and ask them what is the problem. They have the right to ask them. They are the public. They are the citizen. They are the electorate. So they are the people who owns that office. But there is a but, because we understand what the society is right now. It is tensed. They are going to use a way to jeopardize it. And that is what they're trying to do. But you have to also know that we as Nigerians, we are more grown now that these people will come in at any time. So what we do, thank God for the advent of cell phones and all sorts of social medias, whereby people can be vlogging and putting and going on live and why the protest is going on. You see, a lot of things has actually transformed. And because the system has been built under an archaic way, that is why they are finding it difficult to cope with the way the masses or the electorate is trying to get their freedom. Because the process of getting your freedom, you are actually putting other means of communication. So they are actually confused right now. That is why I gave you a speech from Gordon Obaseki when he was addressing them. Like, the kind of politics you played before is not the way, it's not the kind of politics you have on ground right now, because these people are totally different. So they are trying to come to terms with what is happening. And that is why they're having a tit for tat game like that, challenging you. But I must urge my brothers and sisters, wherever you're going, talk to them. They are our brothers. We have to talk to them. Use a peaceful protest when going there. Don't let them see anything to judge you. Let them see you as peaceful people asking for your fundamental right from them, so that the world can see. The United Nations is there. When you are presenting your case at the United Nations, you can actually give them series of videos of how this thing went. And that is how the NSAS protest was, trying to go before it went down. So let us keep, while we are here on social media, talking to our brothers and sisters back home or around the globe who are going to pass on this information, let us give them a proper information that will enable them channel a good cause. So that is my own opinion, and I wish everybody well. Good night, everyone, and may God bless you.
Yes, good night, Machiavelli. That was a nice one, but our sister on the ground now, this is an electoral year. This movement so far, for all the states they have moved, we've not had anything like incident. These are happy, peaceful people demanding a very good governance, and demand standing in for one person, Obi. So anything negative will not come close to them. So talking about negativity now, about they should be careful. No, they be careful. We will not have any news. They've been doing movement for almost since last month. They've been going to different places, different states, moving. We've not had any incident of nothing. That's to show you that they can also come to INEC office. I also tell them what they want to say without having causes for alarm, because this is like campaign time, but it's not campaign yet. They call it fitness walk, because there's no right for campaign. Campaign will be allowed from on the 28th of this month. So what people are doing on their own, they are not motivated, they are not organized or positioned, they are not giving money. So you cannot instigate them. You cannot even break them, because it is their team. That's how it is. It is their team. So that's why we are saying that since they've been doing this, and there've not been any atom of complaint of incident of violence anywhere. So if they still want to go to INEC office to also say, look, we are coming here to warn you, or to demand that you should allow free and fair election to happen. We are coming here because we know over the time, the rigging and all this. So please, we are coming to register our. But I don't think that there will be any kind of violence there. So that's what we are saying. Having said that, Chubuzo, we still don't have Chubuzo. I think Chubuzo have gone. Machiavelli is no more there. Judith is not there. Okay, I just have only Mr. Andrew left. So, Mr. Andrew, please talk to us.
Yeah, your network seems not to be great. You kind of you're freezing and breaking up.
Oh, maybe the
So
weather.
I don't know if you are
The
here.
weather is changing. It's really changing now. Maybe the
Okay.
weather is
Well,
affecting the.
I don't want to be seen as one who is trying to put fear into people. Now, as you know me very well, I stand. I love to. I stand on the ground of encouraging people, to Nigerians, to speak their mind. Yes, there have been protests all the while, and there has never been any issue of violence and everything. And at the same time, if but they've not. The previous protests have not been focused on any particular establishment. It's just a peaceful protest. I mean a movement of. It's not a protest. Movement. Sorry for my grammar.
No,
For my
it's not
language,
your
I beg your
fault.
pardon.
It's
It's
not
a
your fault. It's not your fault because Machiavelli used the word protest. So probably you took it from there.
yeah. So it's a movement. It's not a
It's a movement.
protest.
It's
I
not
beg your
even a
pardon. It's a
protest. Yes.
movement, and if the movement needs to get to INEC so that they get the message, then so be it. Let them get the message. From here, I will just have to pray that all goes well on that day. Like you said, like what some of the speakers have said, the Nigerian government are known
Sorry.
as terrorists themselves. So, but we pray that should not be the case on the if such protest, I mean such movement happen to take place. I mean, the constitution allows it, and freedom of movement, freedom of expression, and freedom of gathering together or form association. Everything is in the constitution. So we'll exercise that right, and we'll see how it goes from there. I think that's all I have to say on this matter. Thank you very much. I'm gonna leave the platform because you know I'm tired. You know my movement today anyway. So
Today's
I need
broadcast
to
is
go.
not
I need to
too
go.
much because people wear it too much here, and we're not going to. It's not you leaving now. We're all going to leave. We don't really have much to say again. Today's broadcast is a very short
It's
one.
not a
Today's broadcast is a very short one, and it's not. You see, we really don't. We didn't cue video and a lot. We just pose, just like a poser. Today's broadcast is just like a poser. It's on the very soft side. So we're not going to spend too
your
much.
line is breaking. I'm not. I'm struggling to hear you. Your line is really really breaking.
Are you
So
sure it's my mic
I'm really
working or is your
struggling to.
line?
No, no, no. I mean,
Eh, Sorry, I tried to mute you because I'm hearing myself back from your end.
yeah, your line is.
Oh, please pull down where you are listening, where you are hearing us from. Because if I talk, once your mic is on, I hear the vibration is very much. I hear myself again and again and again and again. So that's why if I'm hearing that, I try to cut you and you want to talk, it will look like I'm muting you. I actually want to cut my voice from not resounding from your end. That's what I was trying to do. So you can go ahead and let me not talk so that I will not resound from your end.
Yeah, you were highlighting about the this evening broadcast. I think I'll just take it as an admonition and listen. Topics matters a lot. Topics of discussion matters a lot, and that things that really matters to the people on the ground. They also matters a lot. Things to be focused on the pain of the people. I know everything is painful to Nigerians right now, and but if we look at topics and people also have other commitments, you also must understand that we all have one commitment or the other, so they may not be able to stay long on the platform. But I believe that if we so far in the past we've had good topics that generate debate and discussions, and it goes on for hours, sometimes 5 hours, and so the videos, the playing of the videos, we should try, my considered opinion should be limited, because if it drags on too long, it wears people's out. People comes to talk. If you just can't just make it shorter to the point, and what you want the panelists and the viewers to hear in the context, not taking it out of context, the most important, then it will also be it will go a long way to make people to stay. So they just come, say things, and they leave the platform for others as well to come in. That's my opinion, my view. It's up to the platform, up to you guys running the broadcast to look at it, so that, because if you don't have panelists, you just be talking to yourself. Trust me, I've been there. All right, I'll yield the floor back to you.
If we don't have panelists, we can still be talking. People are listening, people are watching. At least, yes, they are listening to you. As far as what you are saying is making sense, is what they want to hear. It don't necessarily mean you must have panelists. As far as you have people watching you, I think it's just okay. But for today's broadcast, I think we are almost done because the people that came have spoken their mind, and we have we don't want to start another topic. Otherwise, I have a lot news coming into my phone right now, which we can just start to deliberate in. But that will be done tomorrow morning. I leave that for Ima. That's why we have newspaper review every day, Monday to Friday, 10 a.m. by Ima. And that's why we also have Kachi at 5 p.m. every day, Monday to Thursday, to discuss issue coming up arising from probably the morning newspaper review and all that. So let me not just start to do their job by reviewing newspaper and things that are just coming in. I know by tomorrow morning, Emma is going to do justice to that. So I would want to say thank you to every one of us that have been here, especially you that's listening to us now that have been there watching. I want to say thank you because we always say this here. If you are not there viewing us, we won't be here talking or doing this. It is because you are there that we are here. So we hold you much respect and much allegiance. Unlike the Nigerian police that does not understand that the people that is paying their salary is the people they are meant to protect. They don't have right to do anything against the people. If only Nigerians know their right, the policeman cannot even point a gun at you. You can sue him for that. He dare not point a gun at you because you are not holding a gun. You are just talking. He has no right to point a gun at you when you are talking. He has no right to insult you because he's a policeman. He has to respect you. You are the one paying his salary. His job is to protect you and your property. So this feeling that they are having, that I'm a police, I'm in charge, they should kill it. They are public servants. They are to protect us. We are their boss. They are to protect us and protect our property and respect us. If you respect us, definitely we'll give you respect. The police act said if a policeman must address you, he must be smiling. I must respect you very well. So that topic, that's one. I think I'm going to treat that topic for another day. We should know the laws and we should know the rules. They shouldn't turn Nigeria as a zoo where any institution can want to take form of bolster the form to be the organ. The people they are working for are slaves. No, you are the slave. But respect the people. You are taking money that pay your salary, that give you information. The people that's why you are there. It's because of the people. So you must respect them. So yes, just like I'm saying. Sorry, I have a runny nose today. I'm always having it, my small sickness with that. So anyway, I want to thank you all for hanging out with us. And for those people that came today on the panel, we have Judy, we have Machiavelli, we have Brother Nice that also changed to 115 as a rescuer. Actually, he came to rescue. We had Chibuzo. Yes, Chuzubo at the Midwest people came, but he just couldn't wait. I don't know. Maybe he's busy. And so we had Alexander too. He came and maybe he couldn't just wait. Left too. We're happy that you people came, even when you did not contribute. Your coming at all is one of the biggest contributions so far. This shows that you are with us, you are following us, you are here. So we really want to say thank you for coming. We had Mr. Andrew that just left. Yes, it's one man I respect so much. Thank you for joining us today. And we had just one super chat today, chat community. Today they just go do Sunday. They just do one party. I see them. They are spending the money there. Just from Chidi, Ube. Thank you very much for your super chat. And I tried to put the phone number there. We didn't get no call for today. Today is a very quiet Sunday. Maybe the weather that is changing here and all of that is making people to get frozen and maybe I don't know. But for the people in the comment section, yes. Thank you very much for being there. Let's make sure we cast our vote wisely come 2023. This is what we are talking about every day. We are using our energy and our time to discuss every day because we want the right person to be there. Nigeria must be better in our time. On this note, I want to say thank you, and I want to give it a bye-bye for today. Join us tomorrow as we broadcast in the morning and in the evening. Of course, some of you already know our schedule for the week. First thing in the morning is newspaper review. Then in the evening by 5 p.m. Nigerian time, we have discussions where Kachi will be there waiting for you to join to talk with. Then on Friday, we have Friday debate. Then on Saturday, everything's there. You can call me the morning, afternoon, evening. But Sunday, like this, I come in, I'm here. So see you again as we discuss again next week Sunday. But don't forget, like, subscribe, and share. Thank you. Bye-bye.